Frontline Briefing, Uncovering Modern Warfare's Hidden Battles. October 23, 2025. Moscow sleeps under a $12 billion umbrella of air defense. 16 S-400 batteries, 24 Panzer systems, 40 Tor-M2 vehicles, the densest air defense concentration on Earth. Every approach is monitored, every altitude covered. At 3:47 a.m., theory meets reality. These aren't military drones, modified commercial platforms, garage-built guidance systems, hardware store components. Total cost, $31,000 each. Their destination processes 11 million tons annually. Moscow's arterial fuel supply. Stay through this to understand how aluminium foil defeated billion-dollar radars and why Russia fired millions of missiles at shadows. The vulnerability was physics. Modern air defense relies on radar reflection. Detection range decreases with the fourth power of size reduction. Half the size means 1/16 the detection range. An S-400 detects bombers at 600 kilometers, fighters at 400 kilometers. These drones are at 52 kilometers. Ukraine exploited three weaknesses. First, Earth's curvature blocks ground radar. Flying at 200 meters means detection only at 51 kilometers. Second, radars filter out biological returns. Birds, weather, clutter, small drones hide in this noise. Third, engagement economics. Each interceptor costs $2 million. Each drone costs $31,000. The strike package was calculated. Wave 1, 4 beavers to Kapotnya. Psychological shock. Wave 2, 12 drones to Novokuybishevsk. Operational chaos. Wave 3, 8 maritime approach to Primorsko-Akhtarsk. Strategic elimination. 24 drones, 3 targets, 1 coordinated nightmare. The defenders had 27 seconds to decide. At 52 kilometers detection and 380 kilometers per hour closure rate, the minimum engagement range arrives in 41 seconds. Missile flight time, 27 seconds. Decision window, 14 seconds. Fire and waste millions on possible birds? Wait and risk the refinery? 3:51 a.m. The battery commander fires. 2 interceptors launch. Cost $4 million. Acceleration to Mach 6. The beavers immediately dive from 800 to 200 meters. Below the radar horizon, missiles go blind. Semi-active homing requires continuous illumination. No paint, no guidance. The missiles become $4 million fireworks. 180 kilograms of fragmentation, 24,000 steel fragments, 0 drone casualties. The second wave deploys electronic magic. 4 drones suddenly climb to 1,500 meters, completely exposed. Each drops triangular aluminium reflectors. Cost, $3.50 each. 10-centimeter reflectors create 10 square meter radar signatures. The computer sees cruise missiles because physics says they're cruise missiles. Automated systems take the bait. 8 missiles launch in 12 seconds. Total salvo, estimated $3 million. 4 contacts become 8. 8 becomes 16. Each drone drops reflectors at 2-second intervals. Guided weapons pursuing aluminium foil. Meanwhile, 8 real drones approach from behind at 50 meters. The fatal flaw, fixed array radars. Radar can't look behind without turning. That takes 5 seconds. Minimum engagement range, 1.2 kilometers. 8 UJ-22s exploit this blind spot. By detection, they're inside the minimum range. Only cannons remain. Predictive targeting meets random evasion. Cannons calculate where to shoot, assume a predictable flight. Every 2 seconds, random altitude changes between 40 and 80 meters. Accuracy collapses. 7 of 8 drones penetrate. 3 find their targets. 4:18 a.m. Electronic warfare activates. Russia's jamming overpowers everything. 6 beavers approaching Voronezh go blind. No GPS, no communication, drifting off course. Without navigation, impact becomes impossible. Computer overheating, searching for landmarks, emergency shutdown, saving power for one last attempt. 30 seconds to impact, still searching. 20 seconds, system failing. The algorithm finds something unexpected, not the tanks themselves. Their shadows create a unique pattern. Found a gap in jamming, sent coordinates. Once, Tank 7 struck at 4, 2017. Fuel Lake ignites. The military target approaches. 4 Tor M2 vehicles, diamond formation, 2 Su-35s overhead. Every radar is active. 8 UJ-22s are weaving. Unpredictable. Vertical escape, straight up. 4 seconds. Missiles can't follow that angle. Physics wins. 15 missed completely. 1 proximity detonation. 1 drone was shredded. Every sensor is looking up. Nobody is watching the sea. Maritime infiltration succeeds. 700 kilometers over water. Under the radar. Complete invisibility. 30 Shahed 136 drones. Each carried 40 kilograms of explosives. 1,500 liters of combined fuel. Concentrated in 40 square meter spaces. Chain reaction begins. First Beaver strikes. Explosive concentration 10 times NATO limits. The building doesn't explode. It launches, reaches 50 meters. Hangars 3 and 4 follow. 200 Shaheds worth an estimated $6 million were vaporized in 45 seconds. The longest shot, Pensa. Modified Beavers with auxiliary fuel. Range 980 kilometers. R-77 missiles inbound at Mach 4. Evasion through physics. Spinning too fast for missiles to track. 1 Beaver destroyed, 1 damaged but flying. 40 meters off target. 20. 10. Impact at 4:46 hours. The clean room is contaminated. Production equipment destroyed. Dawn reveals estimated damage. Kapotnia Refinery. Approximately 140,000 tons are burned. Temperature, 1,200 degrees. Burn duration, 72 hours. Moscow's fuel supply, reportedly down 40%. Rationing was implemented within hours. The cascade accelerates. Critical process units destroyed. Storage tanks ruptured. Analysts estimate 8 to 10 months of reconstruction. Central Russia fuel distribution, down by the estimated quarter. Strategic redeployment begins. 16 S-400 batteries reportedly repositioned from front lines to infrastructure. Each movement creates gaps. Ukrainian HIMARS immediately exploited. Claim 47 strikes, 0 confirmed interceptions. The semiconductor catastrophe unfolds. Military processor production, potentially 0 for months. Import lead time, 18 months. Affected systems, guidance computers, radar processors, communication encryption, and drone control. Every smart weapon requires chips. No chips, no precision weapons. Information warfare multiplies impact. Video release, 2 hours post-strike. Views, over 14 million claimed. Russian state media, complete silence. Moscow residents are sharing fuel shortage photos. Military bloggers are calculating implications. Economic impact estimates. Direct damage, around $1 billion. Lost production, billions more. Reconstruction, projected $1 to $2 billion. Total Ukrainian investment, under $500,000. Doctrinal panic emerges, every assumption questioned. Air defense invincibility, shattered. Rear area security, non-existent. Desperate adaptations. Balloon barrages, conscript observation posts, shotgun patrols. Medieval solutions to space-age problems. 3 myths died that night. Dense air defense equals invincibility. Reality, 16 batteries couldn't stop 4 drones that they couldn't detect. Distance equals security. Reality, 630 kilometers penetration with commercial hardware. Cost equals capability. Reality, cheap drones defeating expensive missiles. The aluminium foil revolution, 350 in aluminium, created millions in wasted missiles. Every countermeasure costs millions. Every countermeasure costs dollars. Defender must be right every. The attacker needs one success. Small signatures rewrite warfare. Radar cross-section determines everything. 5 square meters fighter, 400 kilometer detection, 1 square meter cruise missile, 200 kilometer detection, 0.1 square meter small drone, 50-kilometer detection, 0.01 square meter next generation, 15-kilometer detection. Smaller means later detection. Later detection means no engagement. Electronic warfare proves insufficient. Friendly systems are equally affected. Power requirements are enormous. Coverage gaps are inevitable. Autonomous systems are immune. GPS to INS to image recognition to terrain matching to shadow geometry to AI pathfinding. Each generation is less jammable. Infrastructure vulnerability explodes. Modern states depend on 15 to 20 major refineries, 8 to 10 semiconductor facilities, 20 to 30 power plants, destroy 3 to 4 nodes. Regional crisis destroys 6 to 8 nodes. National paralysis. The production differential widens. Russia builds one S-400 battery monthly. Cost, $500 million. Ukraine builds an estimated hundreds of long-range drones monthly. Cost, a few million. One battery defends against one wave. Maybe. Hundreds of drones guarantee multiple penetrations. Adaptation becomes impossible. Drone evolution cycle, 3 months. Air defense adaptation, 18 months. Bureaucratic approval, 24 months. By implementation, 3 drone generations have passed. The paradigm shift crystallizes. 20th century, mass and firepower. 21st century, precision and cost. Future, swarms and economics. 5 lessons from one night of precision hell. Lesson 1. Detection is everything. Can't detect equals can't track. Can't track equals can't engage. Can't engage equals can't defend. Small signatures become invisible signatures. Lesson 2. Economics determines survival. The economics are impossible to sustain. Bankruptcy arrives before defeat. Lesson 3. Complexity creates vulnerability. S-400 needs radar detection, computer processing, communication links, missile guidance, and power supply. The drone needs fuel and GPS coordinates. Lesson 4. Distance is dead. 2014, 50 kilometers drone range 2020, 200 kilometers 2025, 980 kilometers 2027 projection, 2,000 kilometers. Geography no longer provides security. Lesson 5. Concentration invites destruction. 1 refinery equals 40% of fuel equals 1 drone strike. 30 Shaheeds in 1 hangar equals millions equals 45 seconds of destruction. 1 chip facility equals 6 months of production equals strategic paralysis. Dispersion is survival. Concentration is suicide. The revolution accelerates. Drones are getting smaller, smarter, cheaper, and longer range. Defenses are getting more expensive, more complex, more vulnerable, and less effective. The curves have crossed. There's no going back. Moscow's nightmare multiplies. Over 1,200 critical infrastructure nodes identified. Each requires battalion-level defense. Cost, estimated hundreds of billions. Timeline, impossible. Ukrainian production capacity, current estimated hundreds monthly. Projected to multiply by 2026. Cost, millions monthly. The mathematics are merciless, the message is unmistakable. If Moscow's refineries can burn, if Penza's semiconductor facility can be eliminated, if Primorsko-Akhtarsk's Shahed arsenal can be vaporized, final assessment, 1 night, 24 drones, 3 targets, investment under $500,000, damage, estimated billion, success, strategic impact, immeasurable, $12 billion in aid, defeated by garage engineering and commercial hardware. When defense costs thousands of times more than attack, when detection fails against dinner plate signatures, when distance no longer equals security, the age of traditional air defense is over. The age of disposable precision has begun. Next targets are already selected. Power grids, railway junctions, communication nodes, command centers. Each is worth billions, each vulnerable to thousands. The only question, how fast can Ukraine build drones?